Hello, I'm James from Barrel Smash Studios and I'm the lead developer on Riftbound. This is the new demo that we have put up on Steam for Melbourne International Games Week. The demo is based on the new Demonlore update, which is a new free expansion that we have just announced, focusing on the popular rogue-lite game mode. The new content and systems were heavily inspired by the feedback from our community, in particular the wonderful players that hang out in our Discord. If you already own the game or go and purchase it, you can actually access the Demonlore update right now on the public test branch. There's a post on our Steam forum with instructions on how to do that. Alright, let's jump into the demo. This is the new roguelite screen. Here you choose your character and buy your perks. Each character has a different starting kit and unique perk that can be unlocked. We have around 6 characters planned in total for the full expansion. In this demo you can use the first character and purchase all of the basic perks, though you won't have access to the mastery perks down the bottom. I'll get some starting energy and I think I'll get 1 rank in inquisitive nature and how about a little bit of toughness for my elementals? That'll do. And over to the run screen. One of the big changes we made was to give players more choice over runs and the length of those runs. We took this a few steps further and themed each run with a different set of enemies, mutators and modifiers. So this helps take some of the randomness out of the runs that you can sometimes get, and it allows you to build a strategy to suit a run. There are 10 runs in total in the full game, and in the demo you get access to one of the 2-stage runs, which is a shorter run. We will go ahead and do that now. So a lot of the features in this expansion are based on feedback from our community, particularly in Discord, and you can see some of them here. First, we have the new evolution mode with 2 options. Evolve allows you to evolve your units into higher tier units during battle. And Summon, the new mode, allows you to summon higher tiers directly from your spellbar, with the drawback that they cost more and they also take up a spell slot. I'll do this run using Summon mode and I'll choose neutral difficulty. We also implemented a new gem exchange, so now players can spend excess gems on bonuses that apply for 1 run. Alright, starter elemental. The demo lets you choose between 2 starter elements. For this run, I think I'll go with fire for the burning and splash damage. And for my first evolved unit, these are tier 3, so they are powerful, but they will cost a lot. I'll stick with fire and go with the tier 2 flame. It's got short range, but it's also got more health, which will be handy on the front lines. Alright, I think I might go for this spell reward and up through these encounters. If you've played Riftbound before, you'll notice the map works differently in the expansion. Less battles per stage, but you get more rewards more often, and there's more shops, which gives you additional control over your build for the run, which is something players were asking for. And into the first battle. Okay, start putting some energy producers down. We went through a few design changes for the UI in the battle as well. The new spell bar had to handle all the new systems. We've got the new tactics systems, veterancy system, and of course the new consumable bag. So consumables also come with a new shop on the map. There's the Moonlight Market, which makes things really interesting for the run. The new tactics system turned out to be quite interesting. It gives you up to 2 tactics in the battle, and unlike consumables, they never run out. They just work on a cooldown system. We do have some really fun tactics that allow you to push your units around to different tiles, and we're starting to explore with other tactics we might introduce as well, like advancing a whole line forward, for example. tactic we have in this battle is the recall, which allows you to pull a unit out of battle and get a bit more energy from it instead of allowing it to perish. You can actually get new tactics during your run if you visit the Hero Academy from the map and swap them out before a battle. The choices you saw pop up just then were part of the new veterancy system. One of the things our players wanted was a way to upgrade individual unit types, so we added this system. It allows you to give one type of unit a veterancy upgrade between each wave. Some of the veterancy upgrades are quite basic, like damage and crit chance and crit damage, but if you keep upgrading the same unit, once it gets above level 10 it actually gets a special upgrade which changes its attack. The earlier battles of the map start off a bit easier, so having those veterancy choices is a good way to start building your strategy for the run. And this played into one of our design goals for this expansion, which is essentially to give players more interesting choices more often throughout the run. Alright, let's get our rewards. I do like Fire Explosion, but this early in the run it can be difficult to have that much energy to spare. I might re-roll, I think. Actually, Static Orb is a solid choice for some crowd control, so let's go with that. Heroic Transformation, nice. This actually works on top of the veterancy system, so you can build units with crazy crit chance and damage, and we all love to see big crit numbers. Now the heroic upgrade, I think, you know what, since I have a tier 2 flame I might focus on them a little and build around turning my frontline into heroes. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I don't have a lot of coins, so instead of the shop I will do this encounter. These are all pretty good choices, but enemies with damaged armor is always nice, so let's go with that. And into the next battle. Alright, let's get our economy up first. Get those resources coming in. Just place defenders when we need them. And we'll try get this front line up with our flame elementals, the tier 2s. And we'll turn one of them into a hero. And we'll see how that goes. We've had a lot of fun working on this expansion. Particularly, we really liked introducing the character system. Having the themed characters was quite fun, and in this battle you'll notice, because we're the water character, all of our lane seals on the left are the water type, and even our wisp is designed around the character. Blue for the water and leaves a trail of bubbles behind. So little details like that were pretty fun to implement, and we're looking forward to doing that for all the characters. Let's get this flame elemental up. He can take a few hits. We want to get him up before the wave ends, because veterancy choices are between waves and it chooses from the characters you have in the battle, which gives you some control over it. So we'll do that, and we'll give him health regen, I think. Push him into the lane. We got some damage, and oh, here comes some more, and a loot goblin. Oh, not really set up with enough range to take him out, I don't think. We can try with some spells. He'll hop across to different lanes, and we can try and get him for some bonus coins. I don't think I'll have enough to do it for this one though. And there he goes, running off with his big bag of treasure. Oh well, maybe next time. We should see him again. Alright, this is the final wave and this battle is well under control. Might as well use my heroic transformation on one of my units. We get that charge back next battle. That resets every battle, so we can use that whenever we like, which is great. Alright, upgrade choices. Ooh, Grand Entrance is really good, but I kind of want to see what our other options will be. I might just reroll. Ooh, well these are both good. Slow Burn and Support Wisp. I might go with Support Wisp. Do love weaponizing the economy, so this allows us to get bonuses if our attackers are adjacent to our resource units. Or the heroic upgrade. So these heroic upgrades stack with whichever unit we make into a hero. I'm just going to go for armor because I want to use the heroic upgrade on our frontline units. Make them a bit tougher. And on to the next encounter. Alright, Ancient Totems. Well, these are all pretty good. I already have some water bomb totems, so I've still got those in my consumable bag, so I might go with some air ones for this, so I can use them to push enemies away. That's always handy. We will get a spell reward and bonus coins from this battle, but it is a dangerous battle, so we have to be a little bit more careful now. We will be facing off against elites, which have modifiers. Let's get this economy set up very quickly. We should be able to get 3 etherlings down. Oh, looks like we have summoners added to the enemy pool. The way battles work is as you progress through the stage and do more battles, new enemies get added to the pool and will appear in the battles. Summoners aren't too bad, but if you don't deal with them quickly, they can become a very big problem. Push him across and might use our air totem consumable to buy us some time. That'll keep pushing him back in this lane. It's enough to deal with one enemy for a little while. We'll actually turn this tier 2 flame elemental into a hero. That will give him his health back so he can stay in the fight longer. Oh, the first elite enemy is coming. You can tell elites have the blue shimmer effect on them and champions have a yellow shimmering effect. Oh, I probably should have dealt with him a little bit better. Looks like he's got the deadly modifier on him, which means he deals a lot more damage than normal, and that's why I lost that tier 2. Looks like we might actually be in a little bit of trouble here. We should be able to recover, we just have to play a little bit more carefully now. This air totem is doing a lot of work. It was a really good idea putting that down. It's saving that lane a great deal. Ooh, these elites have the deadly modifier. I need to be really careful. Push him away. Okay, we should be alright now. Alright, finally have things under control now. This was a dangerous battle, so it was a little bit more difficult, but it's actually only the second tier of standard battle. There is also Deadly and Nightmare on top of that, which gets a lot more intense. Onto the rewards. Ooh, fire explosion is showing up again. Should I take it? I'll reroll. Oh, and again. Looks like it really wants us to have it, so I'm just going to grab it. Okay, now we get to visit the shop. We have a few coins to spend, and after that we do the final battle for this stage, which is actually a mini-boss battle. Okay, let's see. I'm going to grab some vine traps because they are super useful, and then I will restock and I will grab one of these upgrades. Hopefully we've got enough to deal with the mini-boss. This is the new Infernal battle that's added in the expansion, which is a mini-boss battle. We will get a spell, an upgrade, and bonus coins for this. Let's go. Since we added a lot of new runs in this expansion, there's now a total of 10 runs in the full game. We didn't want players to have to just fight the main bosses over and over again. So what we decided to do was introduce this new type of battle, which is an Infernal battle with mini bosses. We already have, I believe, around 5 separate mini bosses that appear in the full game, and we have more on the way. So it's going to add a nice, unique variety to the runs, and we still have the main boss fights in the main run, so that's going to be exciting as well. Going to be a bit more to deal with here, so I'm putting some of these consumables to use. The vine traps are really useful for slowing down enemies, and I'm going to get these water totems up so I can start putting water bombs at the end of each lane. Alright, this setup should do the trick. The mini-boss will arrive a little bit into the battle, kind of after what would be usually one wave of enemies. That gives you some time to set up. And here he is. Oh, and he's pulled my unit forward. Mini bosses are designed differently to the main bosses, which stay on the right side of the battle. Mini bosses can actually walk all the way down the lane and destroy your lane seals, but they have a unique health bar, which is divided into segments, and each time you get the health bar down to a segment, they are teleported back to the right of the battlefield. So an important strategy you can use there, and get your timing right to push them away. This is one of the minor mini bosses. There are a lot bigger and tougher mini bosses that you'll have to deal with. Yeah. Mini bosses actually change a little bit based on the difficulty you're on. They might summon more units, or their attacks might reach further, things like that. Luckily we're only on neutral for this one, so we're able to handle him fairly well. And that's the first mini boss defeated. We'll grab Blizzard for our spells and Spotter for our upgrade, which is really handy for extra damage. And on to stage 2. The runs are procedurally generated, so you're going to get a different layout each time, as well as different enemies and modifiers. Keeps things interesting. For now, I'll leave it there so you can experience the rest of the demo yourself. You can play the demo on Steam during the Melbourne International Games Week Festival, and the full game is available to purchase right now on Steam. There's also instructions on the Steam forum on how to access the public test branch for the Demonlore expansion. If you have any issues or want to share some feedback, jump into our Discord and have a chat with the devs. We've put up a nice infographic as well, which you can find on Steam, just outlining the features of this expansion, which you can see in the background right now. And there's a Steam announcement where we go into more detail and some of our other goals for the expansion. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.